What's good, family? Welcome back to the Ray Robinson Show, where we keep it 100 all the time. All the time. We're going to keep it 100 today. The politics and the real talk, what America needs. No fluff, no filter at all. Today is June 19th, Juneteenth, and the timeline is lit. You know, your Facebook, your Instagram, everyone posting happiness. That's just what it is, but not for all. Some folks out here popping bottles, frying up the grill, hitting parades, straight celebration of freedom. Others are calling it everything from a divisive distraction to a politically manufactured holiday. We breaking it down raw, solo style today. Let's talk about it. Juneteenth marks June 19, 1865, when Union troops finally rolled in Galveston, Texas, and told those last enslaved black folks that freedom had arrived. Over 2 years after Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation. Yeah, over 2 years. Now, let's stop here. People in Texas been celebrating Juneteenth. Been. You talking to someone that traveled to Texas, back and forth to Texas all the time from my own personal business. And they been doing this way before, but we're going to get into it. All of a sudden on the, what year, 2021, it became a holiday. Let's talk about it. It's been celebrated in black communities, especially Texas roots, for over 150 years with barbecues. Y'all know how we do it at barbecues, the drinks, the beer, family gathering, education, reflection on resilience. This been going on in Texas for a minute. That's the heart of it for millions. Freedom Day. Of course, honoring the ancestors who kept the flame alive when the news was slow to travel. They want to call it slow to travel. Okay, whatever. That's something different. Parades, we talking storytelling, community stretch, real joy mixed with remembrance. Happy Juneteenth to those out there honoring the history. And I mean that. If you're honoring the history, happy Juneteenth. I'm not trying to rain on your parade, but let's keep it 100. On the other side, a lot of the pushback comes from this became a federal holiday. Check this out. In 2021, right smack in the post-George Floyd wave. Right in the middle. Right in the middle of it. Corporate signaling mandatory DEI stuff. Stocks market closing. Oh, this is going on. In 2026, with the current administration shifts, you've got sponsors pulling back. Questions about park fee, free days, and border DEI backlash, making some celebrations feel like, oh man, this is going to be tough to even celebrate all of a sudden. Critics on X and across the country are saying it's selective. Why elevate this date over other milestones in ending slavery, or even July 4th for the whole nation? It feels like identity politics over unity to many people. What do you say about that? Posts are calling it a fake holiday or divisive, painting America as eternal obsessive instead of celebrating how the country ended slavery through its own blood, laws, and Union soldiers. What you think about that? Is that a good point? I don't know, because Republicans pushed emancipation as reminders keep dropping. Why celebrate delayed news in one pocket while ignoring border context? That's one question. That's one post. Answer that question. What do you think about that? Commercializing, turning it generic, or trying to pursue ongoing grievance and reparations talk rubs folks the wrong way. That's another post. Why does reparations talk rub folks the wrong way when that was promised from the beginning? I don't understand. If you understood generational wealth, Black people that's against reparations, that's talk against reparations, would not talk against reparations. Generational wealth is what changed this country. You have to remember, everyone that came here started off as a criminal. That's a fact. That's why this country is so, how can you say it, tore up to the floor up. It's real. Everyone. You had Irish mob, Italian mob, you had the people coming from, they had, what they call paper on your head, bounties on your head. Come on, man. Everyone. But generational wealth changed all of that. So why should it be minimized when it comes to Black people? Some see it as a guilt tripping or another wedge keeping racial divide alive rather than mission accomplished on slavery. Now build together. That was another post on X. Now let's end this. Real talk, listeners. The divide often lives louder online than at the actual cookouts. And that is true. I tell people all the time. The internet is a different world from what was actually happening on the streets. Trust me, if you live on the internet, when you go on the streets, you're going to be lost. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. In the streets, plenty of families are just reflecting on progress, survival, and the work ahead without drama. But the but how can I say this? But the political aspect version, rush timing, mandatory corporate rituals, selective memory, that's where a big chunk of the country checks out. Especially now, amid the anti-DEI climate and funding pullbacks from several festivals. And they've been pulling back, man. I'm talking about costing money. Bottom line, honoring the enforcement of emancipation, that's history worth knowing. Turning it into another culture war tool, an exclusionary event, that's where the skepticism runs high. That's where the problem come in. American freedom is complex. And in order to come together, we have to get rid of the foolishness. What say you out there? Hit the lines, drop the comments, or shoot me your takes. Is Juneteenth pure celebration of Black American endurance a needed reminder or another flashpoint in the divide? What do you think? One love, baby.